Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Bobby. Coming to you from DSLR Cinema, also from How to DIY. Basically, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I went from this basic image. Hold on, let me get rid of all the layers. I went from, let's turn this off here, this basic image, right, to this. All right. What you're looking at are different layers. Different layers. If I play it, you'll see. All right. Different layers, and the subject's popping out. And the background has different dimensions to it. And how you achieve this kind of color grade in Premiere Pro is very simple. All you do is you start with the bottom layer, which I just turned off the top three. The bottom layer, and you want to use Lumetri color. If you don't have the color palette here, you go to Window and you go to Lumetri color. Once you open that up, you're going to have your basic image here. And you're going to have different things on the right side. Basic, correction, creative. You want to go to basic first. And the first thing you want to mess with is your contrast. So you see I pushed it over to 30. Let me turn it off. So basically this is with no contrast. So when I mess with the contrast, I mess with the shadows. You know, you see them going up and down basically. Let me just mess with them a little bit here. I got it at 30, so if I bring it back to where it was, you see that here, there's no contrast in the shot. But as I push it, you know, more contrast comes in. So I could even push it even further, but I only did 30 because I knew on my next layer I wanted to go a little bit higher with the contrast into his face. And I wanted it to pop out more from the background. And if you do too much contrast or too much sharpening on the overall image, your depth of field will be lost. So you just do a little bit here or there, you know, a little contrast, a little shadows, you know, I had to push shadows right here, little shadows. You can mess with the whites a little bit, and you don't want to overdo anything, but you just kind of want to make the image look better. Mess with the blacks a little bit, you know, bring them down to where they're sitting nice right there. And that's the basic shot. And then from that point, you want to take the image and you want to hold down Alt and drag it up to create the same image above it. And when you do that, you want to go to click on opacity, go to the beginning of the file, and you want to click the drawing, the pen tool is going to create a mask. And once you create a mask, now you can go around the subject's face so it can pop out of the shot. And what you do is you take this pen tool, for instance, and you would just simply, I'm just going to draw a little bit so you can see how to do it when you erase it after. But yeah, you'll go around the subject, you know, you can go around his hair if you like. It doesn't have to be totally perfect, but you want to get as close to the top of his hair as possible. Kind of go all around the whole subject. Go around the whole subject. Face here. Come within his shirt. And, you know, and this, I mean, you can go around his whole body if you like. Whatever you want to pop out is up to you. You know, it's all about taste and what you're looking for the image. So basically, you go around the whole subject and just put it a little bit outside. You can make another point. See the plus sign? You can make another point and add a point there and kind of open it up a little bit. Kind of shape it to his head if you like. But once you do that, you see this play button underneath the mask? You want to go ahead and press play. Once you press play, it's going to start tracking. Now I'm going to move a little further. For some reason, at the beginning it didn't play. But press play here, and you'll see that it start tracking. And if the subject moves out of frame and you see that the ears start poking out, you can stop it and it'll remember where you are. Add another point and just kind of pull it out a little bit and then restart the play button again. And it'll start tracking again. All right? So that's basically how you track it. Once you track it, I'm going to erase it. Well, yeah, once you track it, this is my original mask here. Now you can just make sure you touch on the clip, make sure you touch on the mask, and actually touch on the opacity so you can see what's being affected. If I mess with the exposure now, it's not going to expose the whole image. It's only going to expose the face because we masked it. See, I can make it darker and all that. I'm going to undo it, you know. And you kind of want to feather it in a way where it's not totally obvious as well, you know. Let's see here. Let me overexpose it on purpose. Okay, we're overexposing on purpose. So it goes out more. The more you feather, you don't want to feather it too much, but you want to feather it where it's not so sharp like that. You want to kind of feather it away a little bit. Kind of feather it away. I like about right here. And you're not going to overexpose it that much anyway, so you basically bring it down to where it was. All right? So now the mask is actually feathered properly, has the right amount, and then with that being said, you can open up creative and you can just sharpen like I did the face, because before naturally it was like this, which is kind of blurry like the rest of the picture. So you wanna sharpen it as much as you can without over cracking it, and you see that the face is popping out through sharpen. You can saturate it a bit more if you like, make them more hot in the face because it's a hot day. You know, you can cool it off if you want to make him like a vampire. You know, just his face. So I'll put it just about where it looks natural, about right here, about right there, where it's popping out a little bit. All right, so that's the second layer. Then you want to go ahead and hold Alt again and then drag it up to the third layer. And this layer is where I made my dimensions. I made 2 dimensions, one on the right and I made one on the left. And all I did, let me go down to 75% of my screen, not fit, so you can see what I drew. I took the pen tool again from the opacity. I pressed the pen tool and it created. So I created a third one now. So now I can make a, what I did was I drew in this corner like a rectangle, but I'll do it for the sake of this tutorial. I draw it in the bottom corner so you can see what happens, you know, and I'm gonna make another dimension right here on purpose. And let's give it a different look. So basically now we're going to give this a whole different look on the bottom frame here. Okay. So basically, let's say I want to give it more of a, let's go up to basic color correction. Let's close this out. Let's go here. Basic color correction. And let's say I want to make this down here, instead of it being, let's see. I go to the warm, right? Well, actually, no, I need to, my bad. It's actually, I need to make another layer. My bad. Let me close this off. Let me get rid of this. I'm sorry. Let me drag up another layer, because right now it's copying the same thing. So let me just drag up another layer, which is right here. Alt, you'll see me drag up another layer, right? And because you don't want to affect nothing else on the same thing. So basically, these two live here. Those two on the corner live in the same palette. So you want to come here, and then you want to erase the mask in the corner. That way it's by itself, this top one. So now these are already done. The shot is pretty much done, but it's darkened because it's seeing all this stuff until I draw a mask around it. So I'm going to touch it. I'm going to go to the opacity. I'm going to press this thing here. Now I'm going to draw back in this corner like I started from the beginning. Draw it right out the frame. You want to make sure you come out the box, because you wanted to cover the whole screen. So now it got back to the original colors. You see the orange up in the corner right there. That was another layer that I did with a color mat, which I'll show you next. But I'm going to show you how to go ahead and just mess with this now. You see this little corner here? We're going to start messing with that little corner by itself. Give it a different textures. And you do that because you want to just give different, I'll push it more to the green, make it more whole. I'll give it dark contrast, make it a little darker. See, make it a little darker here, right? A little darker. I'll mess with the contrast even more. All right, mess with it more here. Pull the shadows down a little bit. Yeah, make it more darker. Whites, push the whites up a bit, and bring this down here. All right, so now it's another layer of dimension. It's a different color from the rest of the shot. Now, when I go here to opacity, you're going to see that you see a line. You're going to see a line here. You don't want that line, so again, you want to feather it. Feather it out until it disappears, right? To the shot. And now you want to do an opacity where it's not so obvious, right? So you can actually bring the opacity down just a hair. And what you've added, it looks like a shadow. Now it's another dimension to that shot. Okay. Now the color mat here, we can take this opacity down a bit as well for the orange in the corner up there. And basically what this orange mat is, I'll go ahead and show you what the orange mat is. In the corner here, it's kind of giving the illusion of the sun hitting him on the face. And how I did that, I pretty much created a solid, and I'll do one in front of you. I created a matte, color matte, make it the same size as the video, and you bring it to the orange. Bring it to the orange, reflecting the sun, and then you'll put it here, right? And I'm gonna put it in the opposite side of the corner, just for demonstration's sake. So we got two orange mats. This is the one I've already used. So this is gonna be just a test for now. I'm gonna end up erasing this one, but just so you guys know how to do it. So what you want to do is you want to drag it on top of the entire clip. As you can see, everything got wiped out. But what you can do is you can just turn the eye off, and then click touch on it. As long as you touch on it, it's going to work on that file. So once you touch on it, you go back up to opacity again. Everything's always opacity. Everything is always pen tool. And now I'm going to draw in this corner the same orange sun on this side. So we got two suns like Mars now, right? which I might keep. Might be kind of cool to have it. Be like, man, maybe he's on Mars. All right, so you come here, and then you do this. And then now you turn the eye back on, and you're going to see, because you have that mask, it's not covering the whole shot anymore. It's only covering that. So what you want to do, you want to go ahead. You don't want that strong orange bubble like that. You don't want this just like that. So you want to go to the blend mode. And I find you can either use screen, right? Or what I would find where it works best is color dodge. Color dodge works best. It gives it a different thing, and then you can feather it out, feather it all the way out, right? Feather it all the way out as much as you can, much you want to spread, right? And then you want to do the opacity 100, bring that down so it don't be as strong. So you slide it until your desire. See? So now it looks like I have a hint of orange on both sides. I got two suns going on there. I mean, it looks kind of crazy. I'm probably not going to keep it, but I just wanted to show you how I did it to the right side without erasing it. What do you think, Cindy? Let's keep both suns like he's on Mars, or get rid of one? Get rid of one. Okay, I'm going to get rid of one. My wife says no. All right, so basically we're going to get rid of that, and that's gone. And now you can see it's back to normal. We got this little thing here. I'm going to feather this out a little bit more in the right corner. Let's see the feather. Yeah, I want to feather it out a little bit more. There you go. See the green? I got it better now. So basically, that's pretty much how you do it, man. And then when you drop your crops in, basically add an adjustment layer. And I love the crop because it gives it that movie effect. And hold on, let's go ahead and just drag the adjustment layer across the top. You know, and what you want to do is you want to touch here. And that's my baby crying in the background. Don't worry about the baby. He'll be all right. All right, let's see here. You want to go to effects. You want to go to crop. You want to go to crop. Crop. And then you want to drag the crop across here. Crop here. And then you want to go to the crop top. And you want to slide it to 7%. That's what I like. Some people make it more extreme, but I don't. And put 7 on the bottom. And then that's it. That's your movie shot. All right? Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I want you to please subscribe. I'm going to bring you more how-tos and different examples. In this shot, we use the Canon 80D. I have several cameras that I always do demonstrations on. So if you have a camera that you want me to demonstrate anything on, leave a comment below as well. But definitely subscribe. All right, have a great day.